Welcome to our lecture series on the Italian Renaissance, an era of significant transformation in cultural, political, and economic domains that marked the progression from the medieval world to modernity. This video will provide an overview of Italy's role as a center of innovation during this transformative period. We will examine the remnants of the Roman Empire and the rise of city-states that became pivotal in the Renaissance. Our discussions will encompass new governance styles, the impact of communal and popolo movements, and the development of influential Renaissance republics such as Florence and Venice. Additionally, we will explore the profound influence of humanism, the revival of classical learning, and the effects of trade and the Black Death on historical developments. Join us as we delve into a period of extraordinary creativity and intellectual zeal that reshaped Europe and left an enduring legacy on the world. In this module, we begin our exploration in Italy, tracing its journey from the shadows of the Roman Empire's fall in 476 CE to the precipice of the Renaissance around 1300. The collapse marked the beginning of a tumultuous era, leading to a fragmented Italy comprised of various kingdoms, duchies, and city-states, each vying for power and influence. Over these centuries, Italy was a battleground for control between the Byzantines, Lombards, and later the Normans, witnessing a series of invasions and political upheavals. However, it was also a period of recovery and transformation. By 1300, nearly 800 years after Rome's fall, northern Italian cities experienced an economic and political resurgence. This period saw the emergence of new forms of governance and the expansion of trade networks, setting a fertile ground for the Renaissance. We'll delve into the important transitions during this era, examining how Italy's fragmented states gradually evolved into centers of economic power and cultural innovation, laying the foundation for the Renaissance. As we move forward to the year 1000 and beyond, Italian cities began to witness a radical shift in governance, becoming more inclusive of a broader spectrum of male citizens in political participation. This expansion was not just a change in political structure, but a cultural revolution that preluded the Renaissance. The communal revolution and the revolt of the popolo marked significant expansions of political rights and participation, paving the way for a society ripe for innovation. Drawing parallels with other historical periods, such as ancient Athens, we see a pattern where societies that embrace broad political participation often experience surges in creativity and innovation. This segment explores the hypothesis that republics and democracies, by their nature, may foster an environment more conducive to cultural and scientific advancements, illustrated by the dynamic societal changes in Italian cities and the eventual rise of the Renaissance. The communal revolution in Italy marked a pivotal shift from feudal to communal governance. In the late 11th and early 12th centuries, citizens, primarily magnates, formed sworn associations to seize control from bishops or feudal lords, establishing communes. This transformation was characterized by a collective effort to govern, with structures like the consul, assemblies of male citizens, councils of elites, and the inclusion of guilds. The Lombard League's formation and its victory at the Battle of Legnano against the Holy Roman Emperor underscore the period's significance. San Gimignano stands as a quintessential example of a commune, demonstrating the era's architectural and societal advancements. This segment will explore how the communal revolution facilitated a more participatory form of governance, contributing to the socio-political environment that nurtured the Renaissance. Florence and Venice exemplify the zenith of the Renaissance republics, showcasing how political structures can shape cultural and economic prosperity. These republics were characterized by high literacy rates among ordinary men and a significant level of involvement in public affairs, leading to an era of remarkable cultural flowering. In Florence, the confluence of banking, wool trade, and artisanal craftsmanship fostered an environment of immense wealth and artistic patronage. Venice, with its oligarchical structure, dominated Mediterranean trade and became a hub for cultural exchange and innovation. However, this era of republicanism was not without its challenges, as both republics eventually succumbed to despotism. This segment delves into the dynamics of Florence and Venice as models of Renaissance republics, exploring the balance between commerce, art, and governance. Florence, the cradle of the Renaissance, was a city where commerce, art, and innovation flourished like nowhere else. At the heart of its economy was the wool industry, supported by the labor of Tuscans, including women artisans and manual laborers. The city's prosperity was also bolstered by its status as the Pope's bankers, alongside its 21 guilds, which ranged from wool merchants to silk manufacturers. This economic dynamism translated into an unprecedented cultural boom, with Florence becoming a center for artistic and architectural innovation. The guild system, while exclusive, played a crucial role in shaping the city's social and economic fabric. This segment will explore how Florence's unique blend of commerce, craftsmanship, and guild organization laid the groundwork for the Renaissance. Florence's government was a complex amalgamation of the city's major and minor guilds, with a governing body of 9 priors representing both. Despite the exclusivity of the guild system, a significant portion of guildsmen, around 1/3, would hold public office at some point in their careers, reflecting a form of civic participation and responsibility. This system, however, was not without its tensions, as evidenced by the revolt of the Ciompi, an uprising by ungilded woolworkers demanding more rights and representation. The revolt led to temporary reforms, including the creation of new guilds and the enfranchisement of new citizens, highlighting the dynamic and often contentious nature of Florentine politics. This segment delves into the structure and complexities of Florence's government, illustrating how the interplay between guilds, government, and the populace fueled both the city's prosperity and its social tensions. Venice presents a contrasting model of a Renaissance republic, with its oligarchical governance underpinned by a powerful maritime economy. The city's prosperity was largely due to its dominance in shipbuilding and Mediterranean trade, creating a wealthy class of merchants who eventually became a hereditary nobility, as codified by the Serrata of the Great Council in 1297. This shift marked Venice's transition into an oligarchical republic, where power was concentrated in the hands of a few. The story of Marco Polo exemplifies Venice's adventurous spirit and its role in cultural and economic exchanges across the globe. Despite its oligarchical structure, Venice thrived as a center of art, culture, and commerce, illustrating the diverse ways republics could shape the Renaissance era. This segment explores Venice's unique position in the Renaissance, highlighting its economic foundations, governance, and contributions to the period's cultural flourishing. The transition of Renaissance republics into despotisms raises critical questions about the nature of republics and the conditions that lead to their decline into tyranny. This evolution from vibrant centers of democracy and participation to more autocratic rule prompts us to consider the factors that safeguard republics from sliding into despotism. By examining the historical context of Florence and Venice, we can explore broader themes of power, governance, and societal change. This discussion invites us to reflect on the delicate balance between liberty and authority, and the lessons that the Renaissance republics offer for understanding the dynamics of governance and the preservation of democratic ideals in our own times. Humanism stands at the heart of the Renaissance, representing a shift towards a focus on human potential and achievements. Humanists like Petrarch and Boccaccio broke new ground, not only in their rediscovery of classical texts, but in their innovative approaches to literature and thought. They fostered a culture that prized the vernacular, enabling literature and ideas to reach a broader audience. This humanist perspective offered new ways of understanding the world, emphasizing individual experience and the importance of the classical past in shaping contemporary society. This segment will explore the role of humanists in transforming intellectual and cultural landscapes, paving the way for the Renaissance's most enduring legacies. The expansion of late medieval trade routes, exemplified by the travels of Marco Polo in the 13th century, played a crucial role in the economic and cultural development leading up to the Renaissance. These routes facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies across continents, enriching European societies. Marco Polo's journeys to Asia not only brought back knowledge of distant lands, but also stimulated curiosity and a hunger for exploration. This segment will delve into how these trade networks served as arteries of cultural and economic exchange, setting the stage for the Renaissance by broadening horizons and integrating Europe more deeply into a global trade network. Marco Polo's odyssey from Venice to Asia forged pivotal trade and cultural bridges. His tales stirred European curiosity towards Asia's wealth and wisdom. In the court of Kublai Khan, he absorbed unprecedented insights into the Mongol regime. Returning to Venice, Marco's narratives and the introduction of Asian merchandise reshaped Euro-Asian trade dynamics, setting the stage for the age of exploration. His journey was not just a personal adventure, but a historical pivot that opened the East to the West, forever altering global interactions. As we conclude our exploration of the Italian Renaissance, let's reflect on the pivotal themes and insights that have emerged from our journey. We witnessed Italy's transformation from a post-Roman landscape into thriving city-states that became the cradle of the Renaissance. The expansion of political participation laid the groundwork for a society ripe for cultural and scientific advancements, mirroring the democratic innovations of ancient Athens. The communal revolution and the establishment of communes underscored the importance of collective action in governance, leading to significant socio-political changes. We explored the dynamics of Renaissance republics like Florence and Venice, which demonstrated the interplay between commerce, art, and governance in fostering an era of cultural flourishing, albeit not without challenges that led to despotism. The role of humanism and the revival of classical learning heralded a new way of thinking, emphasizing individual potential and the importance of the humanities. Furthermore, the economic and cultural exchanges facilitated by trade routes and the profound societal changes wrought by the Black Death illustrated the complexity of the era's challenges and transformations. These developments not only reshaped Italian society, but also laid the foundational principles that would influence Western thought and culture for centuries to come. The Italian Renaissance was not just a period of artistic and intellectual achievements, it was a testament to the resilience and creativity of humanity in the face of adversity and change. As we move forward in our studies, let us carry with us the lessons of innovation, the value of cultural and intellectual exchange, and the enduring impact of the Renaissance on the modern world. These slides bookend the lecture series, providing students with a clear introduction to the scope and significance of the course and a concise summary that encapsulates the key learnings and themes explored throughout the lectures. As we conclude our exploration of the Italian Renaissance, let's reflect on the pivotal themes and insights that have emerged from our journey. We witnessed Italy's transformation from a post-Roman landscape into thriving city-states that became the cradle of the Renaissance. The expansion of political participation laid the groundwork for a society ripe for cultural and scientific advancements, mirroring the democratic innovations of ancient Athens. The communal revolution and the establishment of communes underscored the importance of collective action in governance, leading to significant socio-political changes. We explored the dynamics of Renaissance republics like Florence and Venice, which demonstrated the interplay between commerce, art, and governance in fostering an era of cultural flourishing, albeit not without challenges that led to despotism. The role of humanism and the revival of classical learning heralded a new way of thinking, emphasizing individual potential and the importance of the humanities. Furthermore, the economic and cultural exchanges facilitated by trade routes and the profound societal changes wrought by the Black Death illustrated the complexity of the era's challenges and transformations. These developments not only reshaped Italian society, but also laid the foundational principles that would influence Western thought and culture for centuries to come. The Italian Renaissance was not just a period of artistic and intellectual achievements, it was a testament to the resilience and creativity of humanity in the face of adversity and change. As we move forward in our studies, let us carry with us the lessons of innovation, the value of cultural and intellectual exchange, and the enduring impact of the Renaissance on the modern world. These slides bookend the lecture series, providing students with a clear introduction to the scope and significance of the course and a concise summary that encapsulates the key learnings and themes explored throughout the lectures.